know, some bad situations. So I'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go. So level 0 is like super straightforward. There's just 4 viruses on the board. Usually you get 2 of the green ones, or normally like in a Game Boy palette they're going to be gray, but because I play with a palette enabled, they look green. One of the things that you're going to see me trying to do the most often in the early levels is minimize the amount of time that pills will spend like dropping off the side when I get a line complete. Like, I'll see if I can do an example here. Like, here's an example. If I am going to get this black line here and then that green one falls down, that takes a set amount of time and it's really slow for that side green pill to fall down. So you want to just like minimize how often that happens. In order to do that, sometimes I take like completely useless pill colors and put them underneath so that it'll fall like at a shorter distance. Or I try to get like doubles as much as possible like that. And sometimes the game is mean and doesn't like to give me a green pill when I've only got 1 green virus left. I feel like I've glitched the game or something, because I don't know why I'm not getting any green pills in level 1. This is kind of silly, but okay, there's one.
Oh my god.
Okay, there's another one. Okay, great, we got a level 1. Congratulations. So, what I'm going to be doing here is, like, there's a little more pills that are closer together, and I'm going to be trying to get, like, horizontal lines are generally better to get than vertical lines, but sometimes the vertical line is, like, your only real option that won't involve, like, a ton of heavy drops or anything. So, while I'm still in the lower levels, I guess I'll talk about some of the differences between this game and other versions of the game. In this version of the game, we'll start to see this more when I get to the higher levels, but in most versions of Dr. Mario, when you are in the upper levels and there's a ton of viruses on the board, you're not going to see any viruses in the top 3 rows of the area, of the playing field, and that is so that you can actually have an opportunity to clear them vertically from the top. This game does not do that. This game doesn't like you very much, and it just decides, okay, well, screw that, I'm just going to generate viruses in the second row. So you have to use horizontals to clear them, which is not always possible because of how the RNG in this game works. So that's why I think ACMLM is the only person in this game who has like a deathless PB. If you die in this game on a certain level, then you just try the level again. You don't have to like restart the run or anything like that. It just like you just go back to level select and pick whatever run you lost at. And in my 0 to 20 PB, which is 44 minutes and something seconds, that's exactly what I had to do. And once again, it's giving me a ton of black and white pills and none of the ones that I actually need. That's just the game for you.
Yeah, and I guess it's much worse in this version than the SNES or NES version, because if I remember correctly, the SNES version had some counter in it so that you cannot have too much of the same pills back to back.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure if this game has anything like that, but given my experience with running this game, I'm going to say it most likely does not.
I mean, we just saw it in level 1.
Yep. Maybe it like won't give you the same pill back to back, but it'll still give you like just black and white pills for a super long time. Another difference between this game and, for example, the NES version is that in the NES version, I've noticed that when you place a pill down, there's like maybe a second or so between when your next pill will be spawned. In this one, it's like more instant. It happens immediately. You just get the next pill, which I think is kind of cool. It's it's like super fast, like that. In the NES version, the transition between placing the pill down and getting your next one is like a lot slower. That can be good and bad, because it gives you like more time to think about your next action, especially because you can see the next pill you're getting, but I also like it because it's nice and quick in this game. So mostly what I'm going to be trying to do now that there's more pills on the board is I'm going to be paying attention to which of my viruses are... Sorry, not more pills on the board, more viruses on the board. I'm going to be trying to pay attention to which of my viruses are like most directly accessible, and try not to have like an overabundance of a certain color. Because if if you assume that like your pills or colors are kind of like evenly distributed, which may not be that safe assumption, then you want to have as many options as possible, no matter what you get. And I'm not having a great time with this green one over here, so... Okay, so like right there, I just tried to gain access to that black virus that was on the board, because it'd be kind of bad to get like have like a billion green viruses left on the board and they're all covering the black ones, and then get a black pill is totally useless because you didn't spend any time trying to be able to access it. And that's most of the time I'm just going to be trying to make it so that I have access to the most options possible at any given time. And in the upper levels, I mean, like, sometimes you'll get, like, a valley of a certain color where everything is hidden under one color, and that's, like, the worst thing that can happen. I've seen it happen a lot in the upper levels. It might happen in this run, I don't know. Like, right now, I've got, like, a lot of these green viruses, so I'm gonna try and get rid of some of them. And that also means when you have a pill that's got two colors on it, like black and green at the same time, sometimes it might look more immediately obvious to go for creating a line with the black side of it, but you would have more green viruses immediately accessible, so you decide to go for that instead, even though like it looks kind of funny to do that. Oh, I completely forgot that I had a bunch of green viruses down there. Okay, that is going to be interesting to get out of. That should be okay though? Okay, no, it's not that bad. Okay, I gotta get rid of that. There. So now, like, all I need is a couple more green viruses and I'm out of there. Level 6, level 7 is like, I usually lose a ton of time there. Just because, the decision-making that you have to make in the mid-levels of this game is kind of different from the early levels. In the early levels, you're mostly prioritizing not having your pills dropping too far. In the upper levels, in this version of the game, you're prioritizing, oh my gosh, how am I going to get even past the start, because everything's like super high up and I can't get it out of the way, I can't make horizontals, oh no, I'm going to die. In the mid-levels is like, I don't think either one of those things really takes more priority. I could be wrong, because I'm still like pretty new to this game. But I find the mid-levels like from 8 to 15 or so to be probably the hardest part about this game. Okay, so I'm going to do something I don't really want to do here. I'm going to drop that pill down. But now I have access to a lot more black pills, but now my green viruses are kind of out of the way, which is bad. It's like really hard to talk about this game while I'm playing it, but I'm trying my best.
You're doing great. I don't even know what to say right now, to be honest. It is so hard to commentate on these kinds of games.
It really is. I remember like recently you came into my chat to see like kind of get like an idea of what my playstyle was, and I think it's pretty accurate to say that my playstyle is pretty much like take the best thing to do and then do the opposite of that exactly. I feel like I'm doing a lot of that right now because I'm trying to like focus on commentating and talking at the same time, but it's not that bad. Most of the time, like when I'm streaming this game, I'm talking to my chat while I'm doing it because they like to make fun of me when I play this game.
Well, I mean, that joke is on you. Why are you playing this game even?
Yeah. Oh no, I missed that. Sometimes, like, I just move the pill a little too far over and I just miss a line. So I could have been on this level by now, but I just gotta wait for any other black pill and I'm good.
Well, that always happens. Version independent.
Okay, so I made a mistake there, but I was able to clear it pretty quickly.
Yeah, one thing you also want to do as fast as possible if you have pills that you cannot match somewhere or do something really good with it at the time. you just stack them somewhere where you can clear them up really easy.
Yeah, definitely. Like if you don't have access to a certain virus color and you end up getting like a pill of that color that you can't really do anything with, you want to like put it over maybe your most abundant color at that time, and it'll be like easier to clean up later. Just make sure that you're keeping all your garbage colors together. It's kind of the best thing you can do. My best friend also runs this game with me occasionally, and like one of the best pieces of advice that he gave me was to just like keep the playing field as horizontal as possible whenever you can. If you don't know what else to do, just try to do that. And I find that